It's Tuesday, the 23rd day in the month of September. Hello and welcome to this edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Adrian Atkinson. While September is acknowledged as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and yes, we wear gold, yes, gold, in support of the brave children and families fighting cancer. It's also filled with other observances. So, as we move throughout the month, let's show support to those around us. And with that, we have much coming up for you on this edition of Jamaica Magazine. So please stay with us. We'll be right back after this quick break.
The Statistical Institute of Jamaica Statin will be conducting the 2025 Jamaica Survey of Living Conditions JSLC starting August 2025. For over 30 years, PIOJ analysis of JSLC data has helped to shape national policy, including on education, healthcare, and social support. When the JSLC team visits your home, participate. Your voice helps guide real solutions. For more information, visit statinja.gov.jm or WhatsApp Statin at 876-569-1083.
Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, September 23, 2025. Jamaica's tourism sector continues its upward trajectory, with stopover arrivals up 4.1% at the end of August compared to the same period in 2024. Earnings are also showing a 5.6% increase over the same period last year. Director of Tourism at the Jamaica Tourist Board, Donovan White, gave the details while speaking at Day 2 of this year's staging of the Jamaica Product Exchange, JPEX, at the Montego Bay Convention Center in St. James.
Visitors are indeed staying longer and spending more in the destination while they're here, which is great news for our partners as well as for the businesses around tourism that benefit from visitors being here.
Mr. White noted that the positive result is a direct outcome of strong collaboration across Jamaica's tourism sector. He said the tourist board will continue to work closely with airline partners, hoteliers, and industry stakeholders to ensure Jamaica remains at the top in the minds of travelers worldwide. JPEX 2025 is the premier trade event for Jamaica's tourism industry, bringing together local and international stakeholders to explore investment opportunities, airlift, product development, and strategies to enhance destination marketing. Newly appointed State Minister in the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Delano Sivrite, says he intends to draw on his years of experience in tourism to drive growth and efficiency in his new portfolio. He told JIS News that many aspects of the tourism sector, particularly in investment and stakeholder engagement, mirror the work of his newly assigned ministry.
A tremendous amount of my work in tourism was investment related. It was related to stakeholder engagement. There was a tremendous amount of job creation, working on development projects, addressing issues as it relates to red tape and bureaucracy. So it's pretty much a transfer of that talent into the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce.
Mr. Sivrite says over the years he has worked alongside several ministers in the industry and commerce space, giving him strong familiarity with the portfolio. He was among the recently appointed cohort of state ministers by Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness to strengthen government leadership across government. Meanwhile, State Minister in the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Rhoda Moy Crawford, says she is ready to put her strong background in education to work in her portfolio.
I'm a trained teacher of English language and English literature. I received training at Shorter Teachers College. My first degree is also in language education. My master's degree is in educational administration, and my doctoral studies is being done in educational leadership.
Ms. Crawford says she is eager to work under the guidance of Portfolio Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon to help deliver transformation and exciting initiatives for both children and adult learners.
My immediate priority is to sit with the minister to see what the plans are, have a discussion, and to see what the focus areas for me will be.
Minister Crawford says Jamaicans can expect undiluted love and commitment, leadership with excellence, and with distinction. The Ministry of Health and Wellness says it is reviewing its internal policy on the selection process and placement for medical internships. In a ministry press release, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa-McKenzie says this is to ensure quality is maintained and the process is objective and transparent. Mrs. Bisesa-McKenzie states that the ministry understands the concerns and requests being raised by graduates from medical programs for clarity on the selection process for internship.
We are reviewing the program with a view to increasing the numbers and standardizing the allotment in hospitals.
The CMO says the review will clarify the selection process as well as produce doctors who are ready for full registration. Mrs. Bisesa-McKenzie indicates that while quality and financial factors help to determine selection for the limited number of spaces, Jamaicans will continue to be prioritized in the selection process. For this application period, candidates are being asked to indicate their passes in the Medical Council of Jamaica recognized qualifying examinations. The ministry says it is taking a phased approach to requiring passes in these exams before internship, noting that this is a standard practice in most countries. Meanwhile, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa-McKenzie says there is an oversubscription of medical graduates applying for the limited internship positions in Jamaica's public health system.
Approximately 500 persons applied for internship positions this year, with approximately 70% being foreign medical graduates from over 100 different medical schools. We are oversubscribed as we are limited in the number of interns that we can take.
The CMO says since the start of the year, the Ministry of Health has placed 258 medical graduates in internship positions within the public health sector.
In the selection process, preference is given to Jamaicans who have studied locally and overseas, and particularly those on Government of Jamaica scholarships, administered through the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service.
According to Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa-McKenzie, approximately 107 or 42% of interns placed so far in 2025 were graduates from foreign medical schools referred to as locum medical interns. These are graduates of institutions not recognized by the Medical Council of Jamaica for full registration based on the exit exams of the medical school. The ministry says graduates of foreign medical schools must successfully complete internship and pass the required qualifying examinations recognized by the Medical Council of Jamaica, MCJ. And finally, approximately 117 bags of plastic bottles were collected during the International Coastal Cleanup Day activities in Montego Bay on Saturday. These are in addition to 22 bags containing other types of solid waste. The cleanup project was spearheaded by Rose Hall Developments in collaboration with the St. James Municipal Corporation. Mayor of Montego Bay, Richard Vernon, says the cleanup is important to strengthening the resilience of our environment in rainy seasons and the protection of our marine space.
This is very important, and only to understand that throwing a bottle in the ocean is just one part of the story. Coming here to clean it up is an entire different story, and you will be surprised to know the number of bottles that lay along our coastline. They endanger our marine life, and that is important for our resilience in Jamaica, being a small island developing state with many geophysical vulnerabilities. It is easy for us to flood out.
The initiative targeted coastal areas connected to the Cinnamon Hill Golf Course and extended its reach beyond the coastlines to the Zion Roadway in Rose Hall. Mayor Vernon says the municipal corporation's Step Up program removed over 200 truckloads of bulky waste and more than 200,000 pounds of plastic bottles in partnership with recycling partners of Jamaica and Western Parks and Markets. Mr. Vernon says the corporation continues to do what is needed to preserve the environment.
And I encourage each citizen to take action in their own right, because collectively we will do much better and move the garbage, the waste from more space. We might not see the importance of it now, but in the long term it will come back to be something that either haunt us or benefit us. So we have to take action now for a better and more secure future.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
Are you interested in buying land or property? Here are the steps you should follow. Step 1. Find out who is legally authorized to sell the property. Step 2. Ensure all property tax payments are up to date. Step 3. Consult an attorney at law who will guide you through the process and protect your interests. You can also use eLand Jamaica to check on matters pertaining to your property purchase. For more information, contact the National Land Agency at 876-750-5263 or 876-946-5263. Email asknla@nla.gov.jm or message us on WhatsApp at 876-418-5089. The National Land Agency. One agency, one goal to serve you better.
It's now time for our update from the Office of the Prime Minister, keeping you informed about key events and developments from last week.
On Tuesday, Dr. Andrew Holness walked the red carpet at King's House to be sworn in as Jamaica's 9th Prime Minister. It was a historic moment for Dr. Holness, who is now serving a third consecutive term.
I, Andrew Michael Holness, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica.
The occasion was well attended, and Dr. Holness thanked Jamaicans, noting that he was deeply humbled and grateful to accept the people's mandate.
I consider it the greatest privilege, and I do not take it lightly. The third term is not a laurel to rest upon. It is a summons to continue to serve with vision, wisdom, and integrity, more diligently, more inclusively, with even greater urgency. Thank you for your trust. I will honor it by working even harder for you.
Formalities aside, it was time to get down to business. The first order for the returning Prime Minister was a call for unity, while affirming to lead an inclusive and consultative government.
The elections are over. We must reunite and refocus on the business of the nation.
Critical in this term, according to Dr. Holness, is eradicating absolute poverty, building an economy that provides opportunities for all, and making Jamaica a safe society.
Sustained economic growth will end absolute poverty in Jamaica. We can and we will end absolute poverty in Jamaica. We will restore respect and values and raise a generation that chooses peace over violence, discipline over disorder, and love over hate. We will build a transformative education system that will produce a generation of confident and innovative problem solvers. We will make Jamaica the most efficient and least corrupt jurisdiction to do business. We will make Jamaica a socially just and equitable place. And we will claim our rightful place among the leading nations of the world.
Dr. Holness on Wednesday revealed his 18-member cabinet ministers who were sworn in at King's House. He charged them to foster greater collaboration and synergy among ministries to achieve results and build on the gains made in the last administration.
Our people will not measure us by how well we protect our portfolios, but by how well we work as one cabinet, as one government, as one Jamaica. So I'm charging you to approach your responsibilities with humility, with discipline, but more so with teamwork.
Dr. Holness said the composition of his cabinet represented a leveraging of the knowledge and experience of the previous government. He said this was to continue the momentum and efficiently execute and complete projects, plans and programs already in place, as well as to initiate new plans and commitments in the government's manifesto. State ministers, who are mostly new faces, were sworn in on Friday.
You have been chosen not by chance, not as token of youth, not as ornaments to your cabinet stalwarts.
You have been chosen because you have demonstrated competence, commitment, and capacity. You represent the reservoir of talent that exists in our parliamentary ranks, in our party, and across the Jamaican society. Your appointment is both a recognition of your potential and an investment in Jamaica's future.
Meanwhile, on Thursday, the government's 13-member senators were sworn in at Gordon House. The appointees include 3 new members, businessman Keith Duncan and attorneys-at-law Rosemary Bennett-Cooper and Christian Tavares Finson. This session was followed by the swearing-in of members of parliament. 35 seats were won by the government in the September 3 general election. Addressing the House, Prime Minister Holness committed to advancing the process to formally institute job descriptions for parliamentarians in this new term.
This reform will make clear what the public rightly expects its elected representatives to do: regular attendance and active participation in sittings and committees, diligent oversight of ministries and agencies, transparent and ethical use of public resources, and continuous visible engagement with constituents.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the office of the Prime Minister.
Thanks for staying with us right here on Jamaica Magazine. Earlier this year, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett addressed the future of the tourism industry at the annual Global Tourism Conference. Here's more on how Jamaica is building a tourism sector that can weather the storm and thrive beyond it. Take a look.
The management of tourism takes into account upfront the shocks that could happen that could dislodge and dislocate the industry over a long period of time.
Resilience building and crisis management within the tourism sector is paramount, but even more so for countries like Jamaica, where much of our foreign income is dependent on this area. The fear of the COVID-19 virus is largely behind us, but we should never forget the stipulations it brought or the domino effects. It means that going forward, measures must be put in place to manage events such as these that threaten the sector. That is what the Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center is about, helping tourism stakeholders worldwide to prepare for, manage, and recover from crises that affect the sector. And the annual Global Tourism Conference put on by the Center brings together stakeholders to have this conversation.
When we all come together jointly as a group, we can come up with better ideas, better coordination, and a more seamless execution of strategies to ensure that the industry can withstand shocks.
Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett, the man behind the mission, has been championing the cause of mitigating against vulnerabilities to help strengthen the sector.
We must harness innovation, champion sustainability, and foster collaboration across all sectors to ensure that the next crisis, whatever form it takes, does not cripple our progress, but rather spurs our creativity and resolve.
At the 2025 Global Tourism Resilience Conference, the theme was Building Tourism Resilience Through Digital Transformation, bolstering conversations to this effect.
In the past few years, the quest to build resilience, digital technology and its allies, artificial intelligence, for example, and data analytics, have become part of the reservoir of knowledge and information that the Center has embraced and is enabling the development of toolkits and different forms of action that can enable those 5 touch points.
Touch points being developed by the Global Tourism Resilience and Crisis Management Center in the form of real-time data analytics to be able to monitor travel flows, consumer trends, and potential risks, and virtual engagements and marketing to offer immersive experiences that can keep destinations atop the mind, even during travel pauses.
And I give you an example. During COVID, we were able to have a virtual mass wedding at Laughing Waters in Ocho Rios, where I was the master of ceremony, and there was a minister, and we actually married 140 couples across the world and said to them, when COVID is over, come to Jamaica for your honeymoon.
Also involved is smart destination management, enhancing visitor experiences through digital ticketing, crowd management, and personalized itineraries that promote sustainability and authenticity. Crisis communication too, facilitating swift and clear communication with stakeholders, travelers, and local communities in times of crisis.
By weaving these digital tools into tourism strategies, we can foresee disruptions, respond effectively to crises, and ensure the continuity of this vital sector.
And it is going to take all hands on deck to make it happen.
We invite each and everyone from across the world to embrace the essence of tourism resilience, not just as a means of being able to track, mitigate, manage, recover, and thrive after disruptions, but as a means of ensuring sustainable development and growth.
The notion of resilience for us, it's not just one of the sexy catchphrases that from time to time gets introduced into our vocabulary. Resilience is an important, very important way of life, mindset of the government.
Every day, young children fight a battle no one should have to face: cancer. This Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, we stand with these brave children and their families. You can make a difference. Support families. Spread awareness. Wear gold for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Together, we can bring hope, strength, and a future filled with possibility.
Our next feature is your reminder and mine to take that next step. No procrastination. 5 student authors put fear aside to launch their very first book. Let's take you back to that inspiring moment.
Through the Giving Pot Foundation, 5 student authors, including Alania Johnson, who is visually impaired, have taken a bold leap by becoming published authors. Selected for their creativity and determination, these student writers recently launched their first books in a celebration of talent, resilience, and hope.
I am truly excited about this great opportunity to share my book, The Pencil of Reality. This achievement gives me hope that I can truly achieve anything if I put God first and put my mind to it.
From heartfelt poetry.
To talk a little bit more about my book, it's called Misery of Life, and it is a poetic expression of complexities of love It really talks about the pain and joy that love brings.
To powerful stories of overcoming adversity.
Finding Light in the Dark is about me as a visually impaired person, finding light in the dark, facing different challenges in the world, like for example, being bullied, facing that and thriving, not letting that be, my downfall, having confidence and all of that good stuff.
Each book is a window into the minds of young Jamaicans, using their voice to inspire, educate, and connect.
Not a lot of people understand how introverts operate, how they see things, how they experience things. They just think we're sensitive or emotional. But my book seems to, or tries to really, capture all of that and to share that with people, to help people understand us, introverts.
At the heart of this initiative is the founder of the Giving Pot Foundation, Marcia Brown Robinson. The foundation is dedicated to donating books worldwide, each carrying a message of hope and inspiration. Through her leadership, young voices are being nurtured, celebrated, and empowered.
It is a big deal that we have these students who are now published authors, students who we have helped to make their mark on the world, not just in Jamaica, on the world at this age. And this was our goal. This is our goal. We wanted to impact our young people, and that's part of the core mission of the Giving Pot Foundation and the Hope Outreach mission.
The initiative is endorsed by the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, reinforcing the importance of literacy in shaping academic and life successes.
The Ministry of Education supports this initiative and has committed in recent weeks to restore and improve structured reading development in the classroom. As a ministry, we know that reading is the foundational building block for success in every subject area. A strong command of reading embraces comprehension in science, allowing you to grasp complex theories and methodologies.
A similar vision is shared by the National Library of Jamaica, which continues to champion youth voices and preserve their contributions as part of the nation's literary heritage.
These awesome young authors, they are Jamaican, so their creation, their books that they have written, these will become a part of the National Library, the National Collection.
For the young authors, the moment was more than just a book launch. It was a personal moment of pride and purpose.
Always have the courage to put out your experiences, your beliefs, and who you are to the world.
If you know within yourself that this is what you want and this is what you want to pursue, you do it. No matter who or what they say, you just do it. It's all you.
Just write what you want, write your journey, speak your truth, and nobody knows your story like you do.
I will no longer be just walking the streets as, just Alania, like the Alania, author, people asking me for autographs and all of that stuff. I feel very amazing.
And as the National Library reminds us, every Jamaican creative has a place in our nation's story.
So we encourage everybody who's a creative. It's not only writers, we look at the persons that do music, whether you do movies, you do photographs. So the National Library is all Jamaican. So once you're a creative, we encourage you to come down to the National Library and make your work a part of the National Collection.
And that's it for today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Remember, if you cannot do great things, do small things in a great way. Do join us again tomorrow for another informative show. In the meantime, visit our website, jis.gov.jm, for more news you can use. On behalf of the entire team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Stay safe.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.